This witchcraft ritual confirms God's existence. Punch Made Dev by Julian Dory Clips. I'ma like his video, like my video, support your boy. Let's see what he talking about.
Ouija board. So I was playing with a friend.
After the shooting.
This might have been. Yeah. No. This might have been before that.
Okay, so.
But the shootings were the thing that solidified it.
Right. That would be interesting, though. Professor Punch Made Dev coming in there like, all right, today.
Wearing a Reaper chain with his lights on.
Oh my God. When did you get into rapping?
I mean, I made like some songs when I was like 13, but I wasn't really. When I really got into it was 2018, I think. Yeah.
What made you? Because like for people out there who haven't seen your music, like you rap about like how to scam and stuff like that. Like it's very on brand.
I knew this nigga.
That wasn't what I was rapping about back then.
What were you rapping about back then?
I can't remember, just regular shit.
I knew this nigga. I'm like, ain't that like Punch Made Dev? I've heard that. Yeah, I know who this nigga is.
How can you not remember all these things?
How the fuck this gotta? Let's see the chapters in this bitch. Hold up, cause how the fuck this gotta even do? Why the chapters not getting pulled up? Fuck it, bro. All right, whatever, my nigga. That just blew my shit, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
By the way, have you listened to much of his music? Some of it is the most heinous crimes against humanity that you can picture.
Yeah,
written into a rhyme form.
Right.
It's excellent.
It's art.
Yeah.
Can't be used in a court against you in certain states.
Especially if it's not true.
Right.
Allegedly.
None of it's true.
Yeah.
But so in 2018, you started getting heavy into it. Like, why?
Because I was still doing 2K, so I was a 2K YouTuber still, and then but 2K18 that game was just like that's when they started falling off. So
2K fell
off.
off.
Yeah, the game was just garbage. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna do a whole year of this in YouTube. So then randomly, I just privated all my videos and started rapping.
And it kind of blew up. Do you think eventually because of the other stuff you were doing though?
What the
alleged scamming?
No, that wasn't big. I'm telling you, nobody really knew it was me for real. That wasn't like a big thing back then. Yeah, like me saying this now is gonna be a surprise to people. That wasn't like a known thing back then.
Had you ever like? You were obviously publicly a rapper when you guys made a video together, but had you discussed that publicly at any point before then? Before you made the video with Tommy?
Discuss what?
Like the scamming aspects?
Like with him?
Yeah. Before you did that video with him, had you ever discussed that with anyone like on a video?
What the fuck are they even talking about right now, bro? Fuck the rapping, bro. What were you? Ouija boards are real. Ouija boards are demonic after the ritual conclusion. So this nigga played with a Ouija board at some point. And that's what he's talking about, the witchcraft ritual. I guess after the Ouija board, this nigga had an experience where he felt like God did some shit. All right, let's find out, bro. Should we just skip to this shit? Let's just skip to that shit, bro. Who gives a fuck about this stuff?
Bro, it's not fake.
You
I
think
swear to
Ouija
God.
boards are real?
So
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
led you into Catholicism?
Yes, please do tell.
Okay, so I always believed in God and Jesus, right? Then one day we was just bored and decided to just play the Ouija board. So I was playing it with a friend.
After the shooting.
This might have been.
Wait.
Yeah, no. This might have been before.
Oh, so when he said the shooting, he probably means feel like no one got shot. Okay,
So
but the shootings were the thing that solidified it.
right. Okay.
And then when I started believing in God, then everything good started happening. I always believed in him, but when I started taking it more serious. But yeah, so I was playing the Ouija board with.
I thought I kind of want some more context, but I don't really give a fuck about why he became a Catholic at the same time and what solidified his shit. I just want to hear about the experience. So yeah, fuck his backstory. If y'all want to find out his backstory, watch the video yourself, nigga.
A friend, we were doing that, and then one day I played it by myself, and it was still doing the same shit. And I was like, bro, there's literally shit here that we can't see. And then that's when I was like, God has to be real. I always believed, but I was like, God has to be real because there's shit we can't see. Play it by yourself, then. I swear to God.
We should play.
Y'all may have seen the face I just made. You feel me? I was like, because that's all that did it for him. Shit. That's how I felt, but opposite. I was like, when I realized that there is like some kind of like higher intelligence, higher power. Once I fully like realized that for myself, I was like, well, damn. Does that mean demons are real too? I kind of did the opposite of what he did. You feel me? This nigga saw the demons and said, "Oh shit, demons are real. Shit, God gotta be real too." I ain't mad at it.
Play this clip when he becomes Pope one day, and we see how he did his journey to the top of the papacy?
It's just because there's actually shit here that we can't see that exists for sure.
Mm.
I don't know. You gotta. I used to think it was fake too. I used to be just like you. I'm like, that shit's not real. And then I played it with a friend. I was like, he probably was moving it. Then I played it by myself.
But you found like God in that. That's what's interesting. A lot
yeah,
of people.
well, I always
like
had God, but it was
opposite.
like, yeah, no. And then I was like, because there's stuff here we can't see. And I was like, it's 100%.
I feel like most people go to Jesus. They come to him in a rock bottom place where when they're at their lowest point,
Yes.
Jesus or God reaches out to them and they feel this connection. But he did it with ghosts and Ouija boards.
Right, but that's.
I didn't know that
before.
was bad back then either. I didn't know that was like demonic or like weird,
Right.
like black magic. I didn't know that at the time. I just didn't know.
Right, Alessi's our resident God guy. Is that like not? He's like big into Jesus. Is that
Big Jesus
is
fan.
that not a thing? Like they don't fuck with Ouija boards.
No.
at
Well,
all, right?
Ouija boards essentially, the line of what the Pope and them will say is like that's demonic. It's mediums, and you shouldn't be interacting with trying to get in contact with the dead.
I agree. I didn't know
Because
that at the time.
It could be demons or something like that.
It's always demons.
I take a little bit
That nigga said it's always demons, nigga.
nuance where I think when you do these things, I think more than likely it's bad, but you open yourself up to different dimensions and things. It's kind of like the same thing with psychedelics because
Yeah.
there's profound benefit
mhm.
when you open yourself up to that, but at the same time you don't know what else you're letting into your world.
Definitely all bad, I feel like. I don't know.
I think it's all bad, but I've also seen such profound effects on people where it impacts them, and it's like it could just be deception. That's the biggest thing the devil does is deception.
Yeah.
So it could be like, oh, we can have this miraculous healing here because the devil
Y'all know I'm not a Christian, so this part I'm kind of just whatever. But
can do things like that, according to the
Yeah.
scripture. So what is that going to incline them to do? They might be like, oh, this is good, this is great, let's keep promoting this stuff. And what is that? It's just all deception. So
Yeah.
it's probably best not to do that stuff because it's bad.
Yeah,
But like I said, it's a weird line there.
definitely. Yeah.
Interesting. So you get exposed to like that idea of like, okay, this is like confirming that God's out there, and then the shooting happens, and you said that solidified it. Like you had said, you weren't worried about the other guys because they attacked you.
Yeah.
You were more worried about like what's gonna happen to me. Am I gonna get pinned with something here?
Yeah.
Like
oh, so it was an actual shooting? Like someone got shot?
is part of that like you're in a room alone with yourself,
Maybe I should have watched the whole video. I don't know.
grappling with this, and you're like turning to God with that.
Nah. Like, what do you mean?
Like, is that where you really like took?
Well,
it
nah.
in-
Like after that happened, I wasn't like just straight like, oh, that was God. It's just like, well, after like a couple days after, I was like, that was like close type shit. So I was like, yeah, that was close. And then I was just taking it more serious, and like I was coming across this other YouTuber who was like just like educating you about the Bible and the scriptures.
Okay, so I'm gonna assume that he got into a shootout. He didn't die, and then over time he was like, "Damn, nigga, I really didn't die. So God has to be real." Okay.
And then when I started taking that more serious, then that's when my life started getting like much better. Like I started getting way more money, better relationships, better person, going to the gym and shit. So
Who is that YouTuber?
his name's Mark the Messenger. Yeah.
Mark the Messenger. I know that nigga, bro. I know that nigga Mark the Messenger, bro.
You know who that is? No. Never heard of him.
I know who that nigga is, bro.
Was your mom like religious too, or
No, nobody is.
no one is?
Yeah,
So you just kind of did this on your own.
Yeah, I don't really know where they stand with that, but I know I take it more serious than everybody in my family.
But does it also make you like, now that you learn more about it as you go, does it make you look back on certain things? I'm not even just talking about scamming or anything,
Yeah.
but just like lifestyle or decisions you made in the past and be like, damn, that was wrong, and I should have known that was wrong.
Nah, because I didn't know no better, and I wouldn't regret it either because all the bad decisions and good decisions led me to finding it. And, yeah.
All right, so this is interesting that you say that.
Yeah.
That line, which is always some subset of, I don't have any regrets because it made me the person I am today.
Yeah.
It can be fair, but it can also be used to constantly explain away things you're gonna do next. You know what I mean?
Like an excuse?
Yes.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah.
Preemptive excuse. Do you ever think about that?
Nah, I mean,
No, I don't think about that. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's like, if you're a person that lives by everything I did made me who I am today, then you might live by the fact that any bad thing I do tomorrow will make me into the person that I'm gonna be. You feel me? And if at some point you like the person that you're gonna be, it's like you're like, well, shit, I like the person who I'm gonna be, so I'll do these bad things. And I get what he's trying to say, but it's like it's just too much. No, you don't gotta make it that deep, bro. You feel me? You don't gotta make it that deep.
I mean, the way I think about it is just like, I mean, there's no reason to dwell on what you already did, so it's like you can't really regret it. You gotta just do better in the future, I guess.
But like, all right, so you don't feel bad, for example, for the guys who are driving 3 hours to get pussy that you're scamming, and I understand that. But like,
I
other
mean, I know
people
it's wrong. Yeah.
yes, it's still
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
that
not
it's
saying it's
wrong,
not
yeah.
wrong, but I'm saying like then there's other people who you're just hypothetically taking their hard-earned money off them because they think they're getting a PS5 or something, and you don't feel
Yeah.
bad about that.
I don't know why I don't, but I should feel bad about it.
So you know you should feel bad
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it, but you don't.
Only because it's already said and done. So it's like, why would I sit here and feel bad about it?
Mm.
Just don't do it in the future, I guess.
When it comes to that, honestly, bro. So since he's a Christian, right? I'll use Christian scripture and shit. They do say in the Bible that when it comes to like a wicked person getting fucked up, the Lord will send somebody more wicked to fuck up the wicked person. You feel me? So wicked people fuck up wicked people. You feel me? That's what I'm just so I'm saying that because he was a wicked person back then. You feel me? And he was scamming people. He was probably scamming wicked people, but he was just more wicked than them. But then, since he's a wicked person, he got a wicked person sent to him, and then he got into a shootout. And the person who was in that shootout, the person who was popping at his ass, is probably more wicked than he is. You feel me? So, based upon biblical scripture, it's like you technically probably shouldn't feel bad he probably shouldn't feel bad for the scamming shit because he was probably scamming wicked people, even if they weren't as wicked as him. Especially because when it comes to wicked getting sent to handle the wicked, that's because God don't want nobody to get their hands dirty. In the Bible, he don't want his people to get their hands dirty unless he tells them to get their hands dirty. Then the fuck they will. He will tell them niggas to go into a village and slaughter kids too. He has done that. You feel me? In the Bible, that is what it says inside there. You feel me? But anyway, I'll just end the video right here. You feel me? It's not what I expected. I thought it was gonna be way crazier. It wasn't. I get clickbaited. I get clickbaited by this guy a lot, which I guess it's okay because I do clickbait shit also. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm ending the video right here though. I love you all. I'm gonna catch my next video. Peace. The freak out.